I have to tell you that my mom and I just had a Brenda and who's the other person in Beverly Hills 90210? I was already dressed and my mom came out and she was like, look, I'm going to wear this. And she had on a gray sweat outfit and she nearly peed her pants laughing so hard. So she's changing because I clearly won the prom dress situation for today. So I wanted to talk with you really quick about the inner work being as important as the outer work. And part of me almost didn't even want to make that post because the title, because it goes both ways. People who are really tapped into spirituality, or not even necessarily tapped in, because if you're tapped into spirituality, you know you have to do your part in the real world. So that would be not the right category. People who think that spirituality means you only think and grow rich, that you only think and meditate and things are just going to drop into your lap, or you wait for the universe to give you a sign. That is not how it works. We're multidimensional. We have a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual body in those layers. And those layers are conducted by your physical actions because it's your consciousness as a human that directs the energy within all of the bodies. So you have to do your part. You cannot just pray for it and think that it's just going to drop in. But then on the other side, people who do not do any inner work whatsoever, you cannot get to or maintain a state of health or your dream aesthetic without doing the inner work. Because the inner work is what changes how your body is manifesting on a molecular level and a vibrational level. Because the non-physical universe is kind of like the vibe universe. The third dimension of the physical universe is where things vibrate so low and slow that you can touch the things. So it's kind of non-physical, but it's also physical. And even if you looked at us under a microscope, we would be moving. We're not solid. We're mobile. So everything is actually moving. Nothing is a solid in terms of a physical universe. So let's talk about this in terms of your body. So if you are just dieting and exercising, but how you feel about yourself or about the tools on the inside, whatever you're feeling on the inside is not going to allow you to have the outcome that you want from the diet and exercise. So you're probably wondering, why is that? Well, that's because if you have a negative mindset and a fixed mindset that is stuck in a loop of, I'm like this because, the way you can find some of your fixed mindsets is think to every statement that you make where you say, I'm like this because, or this is happening because. Anything that has a because in the statement that has to do with who you are is a clue to where your fixed mindset is, to where you have an old mental emotional identity that's keeping your body how it is chemically, because molecules of emotion secrete from your brain, and vibrationally, because you have your emotional body that's vibrational, and that dictates what you want to do and how your body is actually manifesting on the vibrational level. So that's part of it, that you could be doing all the things necessary but still feel like crap about yourself, so the things actually don't have an opportunity to manifest because who you are on a chemical and vibrational level is actually moving in the other way of these healthy habits. Plus, it also leads to sabotage. So if you're not doing the inner work to raise your emotional intelligence, and you're not changing your mindset to one that has constructive thoughts and a growth mindset that allows you to have options in how you're thinking about things, if you're not doing those things, when you get stressed out or something happens that reminds you of a time where those fixed mindsets came into place, then you will act as the person you were when that thing happened that first gave you the I'm like this because, or you will just use whatever tool you have in your vicinity to make the feeling go away. And since the experience of the feelings are chemical, because the molecules of emotion secrete from your brain, and vibrational, you will look for the tools to do the thing to make yourself feel better. So that's why we reach for food, because the food changes our chemical state with a nice, yummy serotonin and endorphin dump, makes us have the molecules of emotion in our body that make us feel better than the negative ones that just got active with our trigger. And then vibrationally, the food is like an internal hug. When we overeat, it makes us feel heavy and grounded. And then also, if we turn to exercise as our tool and we're overworking our body, then that's when we get injured or we get run down and sick. And then you can't follow through with your goal then if you're injured or sick. So I want you to think about this, that if you're doing all the things, but mentally and emotionally you feel like crap, that's the reason why you're not getting results, even though you're doing all the habit stuff. And if you are only doing the internal work and thinking and feeling about yourself and trying to do all this mumbo jumbo stuff in your head, if you don't get up off your ass, you won't be able to get results either. Like, nothing's going to change if you don't change. And you have to change on the inside and the outside if you want anything different for your body or your life. And then stuff in your life is going to have to change. The environment that you're in, the music that you're listening to, what you're watching on TV, who you're hanging out with, all of that stuff has to change too. And I don't think people realize that. And I think people are super afraid of allowing things to change because they don't know what's on the other side of their current lifestyle. And what's on the other side of the lifestyle that's making you sick and making you overweight is so much better than the lifestyle that you're in now. And when the people change, that's like the icing on the cake. When you get more better, supportive people in your life. Everything will complement your change. So I'm basically done, and I wanted to let you know about the 2 things you can do with me. The Hottie with the Body membership is my $1 a day membership where you get all your tools for diet, for exercise, and meditation. We have a monthly group coaching call. You have a monthly focus, and we have a Facebook group, and you also get a monthly email if you don't want to use the Facebook group. Then we have the Hottie with the Body upgrade, which is Body Boss. The Body Boss upgrade is $88 a month, which is ridiculously low. And it's low right now because I haven't finalized the branding and put everything together. But we already are active with 1 member. And with the Body Boss upgrade, you have a monthly audio activation to get your head in the right space for the week, plus a journal prompt and Friday calls. Every single Friday, we're doing a group coaching call. So you get all the tools with my $1 a day membership for Hottie with the Body. Then you get the actual coaching and integration from me every single week. And this is going to expand, because what's going to happen is I'm going to be taking all of my Power Moves integration tools and breaking them down into a monthly free masterclass that's 1 to 3 days, depending on what the material, how long we need to cover it. And then that month in the Body Boss upgrade, we're going to be focusing on integrating that tool. So you're going to be able to do master classes and 3 to 4 week long programs for a very, very low rate, plus all of the actual tools to work your physical body with your diet and your exercise and your meditation. So I'm really excited about that. Reach out to me for the link. And I have a bunch of free videos on YouTube. So if you're not quite ready to get started with me financially, go to my YouTube, Lauren Sercion, super easy to find. There are so many playlists of workouts that I put together for you. There's mental emotional playlists to do some inner work. So it's really awesome. I highly suggest you check that out and then DM me when you're ready to get started. Bye.